So what is the watcher's dilemma? Imagine you're an antelope on the vast African plains. Life is a constant struggle for survival. Predators lurk everywhere, and death is often swift and violent. But there's something else you've noticed those strange two-legged creatures. The ones who watch. They don't hunt you. They don't save you. They just stand there, observing as your brothers and sisters fall to the jaws of predators. What would you think of them? Humans are evil. They see our suffering, yet they do nothing. They have the power to stop the lions and hyenas, to end our pain, but they just watch. Now let's step into our own shoes. We too often gaze at the stars, wondering if someone is watching us. If other intelligent life exists beings far more advanced than us, why don't they intervene if they watch us? If they see what's happening on Earth, the wars, the hunger, the pain, why do they remain silent? Why don't they help us? It's the same accusation some of us make against God. If an all-powerful being exists, how can they allow such suffering? How can they just watch? But what if the answer isn't as simple as we think? We don't interfere with the antelope for reasons they can't understand. Perhaps it's to study them, to learn about their lives without disrupting the delicate balance of their ecosystem. Or maybe we see their world as something that must unfold naturally, without our intervention. Could aliens or even God see us in the same way? Our suffering, as cruel and senseless as it seems, is part of a larger story, one we're too close to see or too limited to understand. As I spoke about in the past, even the Bible says that the purpose of life on earth is to test us. It's meant to be the hardest road to walk, filled with suffering and challenges that we're supposed to endure. If you pass this test, the reward is heaven. This idea is echoed in passages like the one stating it's easier for a camel to pass through the eye of a needle than for a rich man to enter heaven. A life of ease and comfort is not the path to spiritual growth. It only soothes your pain temporarily, but it doesn't prepare you for eternity. Even Jordan Peterson speaks to this, saying that life is suffering and sacrifice, and that to live meaningfully, you must confront and endure the suffering. The idea that God gives his toughest battles to his strongest soldiers captures the notion that enduring hardships is part of a divine purpose. If you believe, this could explain why God doesn't always intervene. It's part of the test, part of the growth. When it comes to suffering and the apparent silence of higher powers, philosophers have long pointed out that we can't be sure of anything beyond our own experience. Some have even argued that everything outside your own consciousness, others' suffering, the world itself, could be an illusion. This isn't to say you should ignore the suffering of others, but to illustrate how limited our understanding is of existence, let alone the motives of a being as incomprehensibly advanced as God. As for aliens or advanced life forms, their lack of intervention could stem from reasons we can't fathom. Their biology, evolution, and even their concept of morality could be utterly alien to us. If they exist, their priorities might not align with our expectations, just as ours don't align with those of the animals we share Earth with. Whether it's God or extraterrestrial beings, the same truth applies. We can't fully comprehend their motives or their reasons for not stepping in. This leaves us with no choice but to be strong, endure, to grow, and above all, step in ourselves and help each other when the need arises. What do you think? Share your thoughts below.